Hi, Julie Torrens here. So, the last time we were together, I did an art journal page and it's right under my palette over here. And I like it. And so, what I decided is that I'm using Blue Hawaiian and I want to just continue it a little bit the same, a little bit different. So, I just wet my brush. I like to wet my brush before I use it with acrylics because then the paint doesn't just sink straight into the brush and you get more paint on your paper or whatever. So this is my art journal and this is my Kincaid. It was a kind of like a coffee table book with Kincaid paintings and things in it. And I got it at the thrift store. If I hadn't rescued it, it would have ended up in the trash because any books that don't sell, and they've told me books in general don't sell like they used to. Children's books, cookbooks do, but books like this, not so much. So I grabbed it. I think I paid $1.25 for this one. When I get books from the Friends of the Library, they're only $1. But this just, I love the paper because it was a matte finish, which lends itself for doing art journaling. And I like the size. I like the landscape versus a portrait orientation to the book. So I am not putting the same exact background because that background has the sun and we don't need the sun twice, but you could. I mean, you do you. But the original sky has kind of a purple hue because it had this pink in it. So I'm just going to add here and there a little bit of this pink so that I pick up a little bit of that purple shade as well. And this pink is called Tropical Sangria. So I'm just going to add some of this in. And it can kind of be like the streaks from the sun. But it's going to bring the purple color a little bit over here. Is it going to be identical? No. But I'm not looking for identical. I'm just looking for kind of a skyish, not necessarily a perfect sky, just a sky. I want it to be a background. That's why I'm not adding detail to it. I'm going to add just a little bit of water and see if I can blend this out just a little bit more. Yep, that did it. Good. All right, we'll let that dry. I'm going to rinse my brush out. And then on the bottom, I had this desert sand, and I'm just going to do the same thing on the bottom on this side. Now, the bottom is a little bit higher than on the other side, and that's fine. I'm not going to be doing more of the flowers like I had at the first one. I'm going to add something different. But when I'm paging through my art journal, sometimes the left side of the page has nothing to do with the right side, and that's cool. That's fine. But sometimes I just think, I want this to kind of flow all the way across, and that's how I was feeling about this. I was starting to put this stuff away, but I thought, I don't want to put it away. I want to do more. And you may say, well, these art journal pages that you're doing seem kind of childish or seem kind of basic. Yeah, they are, because I'm just having fun. I'm not trying to create a masterpiece, but I'll tell you, I can start with something like this, and then I can work it up and work it out until I do come up with something with more detail, more fine tuning. But this is just kind of like, I want to get started a little bit, just like that, you know? Okay, so last time we had another project to do in the meantime while this dried, and we don't have that today. That's okay. I'm going to start working on top of this, and if it kind of picks it up, it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to grab another brush. I want a brush that, I like this brush a lot. I think I might start with that, and then I may have to grab another one just to get a little bit more space covered at a time. All right, so what I wanted to put on here was some birds. And I thought I would put maybe 5 birds, just imaginary birds, not real birds. So I just saved this, and I thought, okay, I'm going to kind of use these colors. I'm going to start out with this color. This is Pink Flamingo. Pink Flamingo is not as transparent as what I just used up here. It's more opaque like this, but it's not completely opaque. So what I did pull out is some of my titanium white, and that is going to, it'll lighten the color a little bit, but it will make it even more opaque. So look, I'm getting pink all in my tube. Yeah, sometimes things just aren't easy. That's all right. That is fine. So let's get started. I may go ahead and start with this brush because I need to mix this up. So see, it's going to be more pinkish, and that's okay. All right. Now I'm not going to rinse this out, but I am going to pull this paint, and it's not completely homogenized where it's all blended together, and that's fine with me. But I'm just going to rest my brush. Probably can't see it. And I'm going to start with some birds. So I think my first bird, I'm going to start over here, and it's going to be a little bit sideways. So we're looking at a profile of the bird. Just like this. I really had overloaded this brush a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, I like that. And I think I'm going to give it a friend down here. Maybe the friend will be more facing us. And again, these are just fantasy birds. I'm going to give him just a little something. I'm dipping into the pink more. Just a little something on top of his head. Maybe since I did that, I'll do it over here too, since they're kind of companions. Yep, I like that. I'm going to see, I'm just getting some of that heavy pink off. I've got an awful lot of paint in that one spot, so I just am grabbing it. There we go. Okay, I like that. All right, now another one. And let's go with this blue lagoon. It's different than the other blue that I used already. I don't think I'm going to need this. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the water. This other little brush is working just fine. I'm gonna pick some of this up. Well, a dot got right there. Maybe I'll make, ooh, I'm getting water traipsing down from the ferrule. Ooh, I got water right here. Let's just dry that up. Maybe I'll give it, put another little friend down here to go with that friend. See, didn't plan it, but it's just fine. And maybe this bird is gonna be looking towards us. This color is not as transparent as the color I just used, but it's still pretty transparent, but I think it'll be okay. And I'm going to give this bird just the suggestion of his tail or her tail. Maybe I'll do the same for this one. Just like that. Yep. All right. I'm liking these. I think they're fine. Now, let's think about maybe a green bird. And I'm getting an awful lot of leftover paint here, so what I think I'm going to do to kind of control myself, is that possible? Is I'm just going to put a couple dots here and then turn that into a bird. Make sure my brush is drier than it was. And we'll just make this bird be this way. It's a fun shape. I still have a lot of paint here, so I'm going to make another friend. Maybe the moms got together and the birds are having a little bit of a play date. Could be. I'm going to beef up her tail a little bit. Okay. I like her. Now, maybe, since I've got so much of this pink, but I'll go more into the red instead of the white. And let's see, I've got, again, water at the ferrule. Put another one right here. This one blends in with the background an awful lot. I'm going to give it some little tufts at the bottom. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get some more of that pink up instead of so much white. I think I just got more of the same. But I like it better. it's standing out more than it was. And then really try to grab into that pink, not the white, and give it a few of those tufts. Good. Yep, I like that. Good, good, good. Rinse it out. And I want to do one that is in the blue family again. Now this is the same blue, so maybe I'll use the sky color. I still have some of this on my palette, so I'm going to add this to it, a few drops. And let's see if I can get, without having quite so much trouble, a little white to it. I'm going to go way out here where I can smudge it on a little bit. And now I'm going to take these two blues and mix them over here. I grabbed a little more of the greeny blue. A little more. Good. Yep. Let's see what this does. Yeah. Kind of a sky blue. Aren't these fun? Very easy, very simple. And that's what I think is the charm of it. I'm going to make this one just a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit bigger on the bottom than on top. Kind of pear shape. And maybe this one has two little friends. Kind of pear-shaped friends. This one can be, still want it pear-shaped. We'll give it a tail though. Okay. There. I'm liking that really good. Okay, I'll rinse this out. I've got another brush in the water that I want to get out of the water. It's that one that had all that pink in it. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside, but I'm not getting rid of it. And now we had these leaves on this side. Can you see that? We can get rid of this. That'll help. So here's where we started with this side, and I've got more of those leaves. So I'm just going to put some more and continue the leaf pattern over here. Okay. Remember I told you, maybe you didn't see the video before, but I kind of had a epiphany with my art glitter glue. I was having so much trouble with it. Now, this was a brand new bottle. I just put the little tip on it and off I went. It clogged a lot. Now, everyone warned you that it wants to clog, but mine was clogging a lot. And I was having a hard time over and over again getting the pin back in. I went through numerous pins. I was just covering it ever so faithfully. Now, I am not putting gobs and gobs of glue. I am not worried if these are not perfectly glued down, because I'm not, it's not like an artist trading card or something that's gonna go in the mail, go in someone else's hand. It's just, this is just in my art journal. So I'll get a little more at the tip. It's just for me. But I just want to put these leaves. So these leaves are made out of book page, music note paper, some dictionary paper, and I just did some black rubber stamping on them with just with black and with like just a swirly kind of patterns, just to bump them up a notch. Now, I'm not going to be adding flowers like I have on the other side, but the leaves are there. And I think that's going to look sweet. So, what's going on in your art journal? Do you even have an art journal? Have you started one yet? Maybe it's going to be a New Year's resolution. I have a video on how I pick books, used books, how I select them. I'll try to remember to somehow either put it on the end screen or put a link at the bottom. I'm not good at that, but I'm going to really try. And if you put it in the comments, hey, you forgot, I can go back. But just how I pick out these books and how I prepare them, and that would be a good way to start. You could, it will help you to, when you go to a thrift store, or if you see them at a garage sale or Friends of the Library, you can just see my thought process as I pick out books and then what I do to them to make them ready to do art journaling in them. And you can buy art journals. You can buy all kinds of different books. And I talk about that too. Different ones that I had bought, mixed media journals and that kind of a thing. All right. I don't have much of the one type. Here we go. This type. These a little bit fatter ones. I want a variety. Couple more? I think so. While we're doing this, our birdies are drying a little bit, which helps. Okay, I think maybe one more over in this direction. That looks good to me. I can always add more. If I wish I had put another one or two in there, I can always add them later. All right. So I'm going to put the pin back in this. And I bent it. That's okay. Let's see if I can get it in just a little bit further. Believe it or not, even though I'm struggling right this minute, overall, it is easier. And what happened was I went to refill it and it was much more liquid, and I thought, oh. Well, then I watched a couple of artists online that on YouTube that were using the art glitter glue, and theirs was thinner. Mine was, I think, too thick, and that's why I was just having such a headache with it. So it's overall working better. Okay, these are for the most part dry, and I'm going to grab my Poscas because they're acrylic on acrylic. Now, if you let this dry overnight, you can use alcohol style markers on top, your Sharpies, or any other type. You know, if you want to use your Copics or Oohoo or whatever you have, you can go ahead and use now. So this one is pinkish. So I'm going to grab, and if this pink doesn't show up at all, then I'll grab something else. I'm just going to take these out of here so I'm not struggling so much to see what I have. Oh, you know what? There's purple. Let's grab purple. I know that'll show. It goes with pink. And let's start adding some detail to our bird. So I'm going to outline it. And I'm not looking for perfect outlines. I'm going to leave a space for a beak. And you can see where I kind of got off kilter here. So I'm just going to smooth it a little bit. And I got a little off kilter here. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And I think I'm going to give the bird a wing. And then we put this little tuft on top. Cute. All right, now this one. I'm giving this one a wing to the front. That looks cute. And its little top knot. I love that. Okay. Now, grabbing another color and that blue. Got this dark blue. Well, why are we doing that? Maybe I should go with orange. Let's make them bright and cheery. All right, let's start with the tall one. Oh yeah, I like that. And I'm going to give him where his feet come out. And I'm going to go all the way around and then come back to the tail. And I'm just making it a little bit rumply. I like that. And maybe I'll give him a wing. Maybe 2 wings. Like that. This one looks to me like it's looking this way. So I'm going to leave a space for the beak. And give that a little thing like that for its tail. Okay. Now with the green, maybe that's where I'll use the blue. And I'm going to leave a space for the beak. Little wing. Yep, that's cool. I like that. Should I give it a little something for its foot? Like that? I think that's good. And maybe I'll give the wing some little polka dots. And the tail. And then maybe some polka dots on its tummy. Just like that. Okay. Now the friend. And maybe this one just has like a little curl on top and a little wing. Maybe I'm going to finish closing this off. I think I like that better. Okay. And this one needs a wing like that. Okay, very good. Now the green one, he's got that little top knot. Maybe this one's just going to have just some little straight ones. Okay. Now for these three. What's a good color? Maybe that pink? Let's see. We'll see how it shows up or doesn't show up. I'm going to give it a push. Yeah, I think it shows up enough. Little space for the feet. And this one's looking sideways, so I'm going to leave a little space for the beak. And just make some little sprayed out for the tail. Now this one. I'm just going to do like this for his tail. And then maybe a couple wings there. So that leaves us this one. I have another blue. Let's try it. Fine. Wild hair. I got a little bit of the acrylic on my marker, but that's okay. You just rub it off. You don't have to worry about it because it's acrylic with acrylic. So as long as you just kind of rub it off, and that's just keeping you from having contaminated colors. Okay. These are looking good. Okay. So how about some eyes? I'm going to start with some white. And let's just see. I've got a bigger white. Let's try it. This one's acting dry, but I think I can make just a couple dots. We'll see. Yeah. Good. Good. Yep. This bird almost looks like he's looking that way, but we're going to turn it around. Have it go looking that way. And an eye for this bird. Just going to give it a little push. Eyes for this bird. Eye for this bird. I want to make these eyes a little closer together. Good. Now some beaks. Instead of using yellow, I'm going to use brown. Beaks are brown sometimes. And this bird's got something to say. There we go. Yep. Give it a smile. This bird's listening. This bird, he just has a little pokey beak. Maybe it sticks out like that. I hope that's not too little for you to see. And this bird, and this bird could have a kind of a pokey beak too. There, they all have beaks. Yes, they do. Good, good, good. Okay, so brown or black for the legs? I think I'll go with brown. All right. So they're going to have long legs. And her foot is behind. And this one, feet go behind the leaves. This one, like that. And this one, like that. I may need to thicken them up a little bit. They might be a little too spindly. Yep. Looking good. I'm liking it. Now I'm just leaning back. I think the legs are just a little too skinny. So I'm going to widen them out. It won't take long. I'm just widening them out. I think the little guys, their legs are okay. It's the big ones that too twiggy. They need to have just a little more oomph. Like that, okay? So what's on the stove? What you cooking? Maybe you did some holiday baking? It's getting to be that time, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to just take this pink and put a little foof by the legs. Like that. I like that. Very good. Okay. Now, they need some eyes. So I'm grabbing my finer Posca in the black. That gives them life, doesn't it? Gives them a lot of life. Yep. I love it. Yes, it gives them personality. Maybe she has some eyelashes. Good. This tip, if it catches a little bit, it kind of splatters. I'm not worrying about it. I'm trying to go with a lighter touch. And I think this one is going to have some glasses on. Why not? Yep. I'll give him another eyepiece over here. There. Fun. Big eyes. Aren't they cute? Okay, so I'm going to give this one a little hair like that. And so then this, they'll just have some hair like that. Good. I think I'm going to add some little hair like that on that one. I think I'm going to add to the tails. Maybe she's going to just have some little, like on her head, only in black. Yeah. I'm liking them just fine. This one's beak is lost. So maybe I'll kind of put a little more on all their beaks. Yep. It needed it. That helped. That helped, yep. What do you think? I think this one needs something on top of his head. So I went around with orange. So maybe just like this. And then like that. And then I'm just going to give that a moment to dry. And then I'm going to add some black into this. All right. Now I'm going to add some green to the leaves, just like I had on the other side. And all I did was outline them in green. And I think it just helps them look a little bit more like leaves. Isn't this fun? I mean, that's all this is about for me. I just wanted to get in here and have a little fun. I can glue that down next time around. Just kind of doodling around the leaves, really. Yep. One more, two more. Good. Good. I am liking them. I think the birds need just a little more something. Like I put those dots on that one. Let's get the purple out here and maybe put some lines in on this one. Yep. Yes, that's good. Grab the orange and maybe put some polka dots. Just put one there? Nah. I'll put three. So this one has the blue. So I'm just going to put some little blue dots like that. And the pink, maybe kind of like just teardrop. Yeah. And maybe in his hair, a little of that. And then maybe just one teardrop on this one's tummy. Like that. Good. And now this one has the light blue. And let's see. Little X's. A few on his head. Looking good. They're looking good. I think these guys are a little bit lost. Can I outline them in black without having to outline all of them in black? We'll see. Maybe if I don't completely outline them like this, you know, just here, there, here, there. Your brain can kind of fill in. Should I do that on all of them? This one doesn't need much. I think this is adding a lot. Yes. I didn't outline them completely, but I just gave them a little something. All right, I am going to get my white. That's the thinner one. And I am going to do a little something on their legs. Like that. Now they don't have to all be the same. I'm just adding some weird dots to this one. Little stripes on this one. And this one, maybe this way stripes. Let me know in the comments what you think. And very, very good. Perfect. Okay, last thing I'm going to add. I'm grabbing the black Posca, And I'm just going to add some little birds. Make this one just a little bit bigger. Like that. That looks fine. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your art journals. I'll try to remember to, I'm signing. I'll try to remember to put how I create these art journals. And let's see if I can figure out a way to kind of show you both sides. Oh, there was something else I wanted to do on this side. Do you have a minute? I have made these little flowers. And I got this punch. And I picked this up from somebody who was destashed. And the same one that I got the rubber stamps from. But do you see how it's a stamp that makes flower parts? And so I just took some of my painty papers like this and punched away. And I put together some flowers like this. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just add a couple on the bottom of here. On this side. One more. We have to have 5. That looks fine to me. I think that's great. They're just kind of wild and crazy like the birds are themselves. I like them. All right, let's just stick these down. I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher. And again, I'm not worried if every inch is glued down for my art journal. If they have a little 3-dimensional look about them, all the better. Thanks for hanging in with me an extra minute while I put these on, because I think they add a lot. Good. All right. That was the frosting on the cake. All right. Well, I hope you found this enjoyable, maybe inspirational. Let me know if you're going to get yourself an art journal for 2023. It's not too soon to do it. Get it all ready to go. And here, see, these are, now I'm going to just kind of slide it over as gently as I can so you can see how I made the 2 pages kind of run together. Yeah. They're separate, but yet they're not. All right. So let me know in the comments what you think. And in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye now.